Hey, 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 and we're back, yo, coming back in with another quick reading video. Spirit wants to talk about this text right here. It is one of my new books, and I feel like I'm going to love it. It's got some really great energy, and we were talking briefly. I didn't say who I am. I didn't brief y'all. Brief y'all. I did not welcome you. Welcome. What up, y'all's wheat? What it do? Welcome back to the wheat field, y'all. Welcome to you. This is your girl, Lati, your favorite channel messenger. We don't care what the numbers say. We claim it anyway. We are self-assured and confident beyond confident. That's shmish, shmish, shmish. We are self-assured. We know that we are your favorite channel messenger, and we claim it. I mean, until you know it. I'm just saying. Anywho, welcome to you. Hi, if you're new, welcome to you too. I am a channeled messenger. Again, my name is T, not Lottie. I know sometimes on them the closed caption, it might come up like Lottie. It's not. It's T. And I am a channeled messenger. We have an array of spiritual gifts. A lot of them. Too many to list. Some of them we still discovering. And one of them I think is talking to animals. Yeah, anywho, because I have a grand fur baby. Her name is Sasha. She's a cat. And we sit up here and talk to each other. Yeah, we meow at each other. She listen. I talk. We be conversating. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I think it's kind of cute. How many of you out there talk to your animals too? It's a lot of us that talk to animals. And people with, when you say it, it might sound like it's a little kooky, but no. How many of you talk to your animals and they listen to you? Yeah, because they understand you and you understand them. And that's just the whole thing. So if you never thought about it, maybe that's a spiritual gift that you're discovering. Ha! Love it. Anywho, this is my new book because I love learning. I love wisdom. I love discovering. It is the principal thing. I love it. And who makes space for it, right? And people think like, oh, you know, you got to go to college and degrees. No. The price of knowledge is the cost of a book. That's it. What do you want to learn about? And just go purchase a book on it. You can read about it. And you can enact and put in and execute the principles of therein and see how it fares out for you. And that means you're more knowledgeable. Anywho. The Science of Stuck. Breaking through inertia to find your pathway forward. It says path forward, but I felt my spirit saying pathway forward, right? What is your pathway forward? And a lot of, this is by Brit Frank, right? They look like they got some letters behind their names, so they got some sort of qualifications to be able to, you know, write stuff like this and have a professional opinion on it. So, Brit Frank, MSW, said they're a master's science of something. LSCSWSEP is a clinician, educator, and trauma specialist. She received her bachelor's from Duke University and her MSW from the University of Kansas, where she's an award-winning adjunct professor. Frank speaks and writes widely about emotional wellness and healing. Ooh, wheat. And that goes along with our brief discussion this morning about just inspiring and how you call things into you, right? Going into the dark space of you, right? That deep, dark shadow space or the dark space of you where you can feel the wholeness, the complete you. Like, you may be sitting in it, and or maybe you shy away from it because when you go into that dark space, you feel the shadow part of you, and that's something that we kind of shun away. We kind of hide away or tuck away. But I would ask you to explore, Ashe, the acceptance of you, like your whole spectrum. When you go into the deepest places of you, and you can feel your whole self expanding beyond what your eyes will see and pick up and read. You can feel your whole self, all of it, your completeness. And there may be things and bits and pieces in it that you kind of want to tuck away and keep in the closet. I say pull them out on this day. Pull all of that stuff out and just put it right here in the forefront. And there's nothing you need to really do with it at this moment. Just see and accept that it's there. Oh, look what I got in this closet. I got this piece. I have that event. I have this experience. And now you can choose to accept them. Bring them into you as a part of your whole you. And as you bring them in and you accept you, you then release you out into the openness, out into the ether, back onto the Alpha and Omega that called and decreed you. You have the ability to see your wholeness, because we are whole, we are complete, we are creation, you see. And creation includes everything, everywhere, right? And to accept all of it, to unpack it, to set it forward, to accept it, and to give it all up and release it, you can now begin to transmute it, and then you can resonate with the frequency of wholeness, right? Resonating with the frequency and vibration of wholeness, calming things down and coming into balance. You come into balance, that strengthens you, because you're no longer segmented and fragmented, right? If you think about it, how much stronger are you if you balance everything on one hand, or accept that you have two hands and balance everything with the two? Like, you have a double measure of strength. Maybe you need to work it out a little bit because you haven't used it, you know what I mean? You've denied it, like, I only got one arm and I'm just gonna, do everything with this one arm. And now this one arm is like super bulked up because you've been carrying everything on one side of you, instead of accepting that you have two arms and releasing whatever you're holding on to in this one so that you can put it into good use. Thank you, Source, for coming in and speaking through me and using me as your willing, surrendered vessel to deliver a message onto me that is edifying and strengthening me in the spirit. Because, yes, I have a calling, a decree, a yoke upon my shoulders, and to be strong enough to bear it. Understanding that I have two arms that gives me that spiritual strength so that I can bear what you've given me, and then I can use both to lift everything up onto you, that which created all things. We are creation, we are whole, we are complete, and there's nothing missing, nothing. To accept your whole self, to lift up and to give up all of your experiences will help you to move forward with strength, to break the pattern of being stuck, going around and around and around in a circle, calling in others in relationships because they reflect us in some sense. They do. And they are all an assignment to teach you to grow you, to help you to accept you, your whole you, for the good of you. Because everything is working for your good. Need a little bit of lip gloss. I feel a little dry. And we're going to take a sip of faith over here before my coffee get too cold, I got my warmer over there at my other desk, so we're going to be real quick with this. We only got a few more minutes before we got to wrap it up. Okay. I'm looking at chakra. Do you want that? Just this. But I do see this mysticism card. And it feels like, everything, of course, is always wrapped and cloaked in a sense of mystery because we just don't know what's coming, right? You don't know what you don't know. And that can make you real nervous, right? It can make you uncertain and unsure. And people are afraid of the unknown. They are concerned about things that they don't understand, and oftentimes we are fearful of it. And anything that that makes you afraid to. It's saying dig into your faith. Use your wits. Keep your wits about you. You should be afraid to put your hand over a lit stove and like touch the fire. Yeah, but some people do it because they feel like, I can master that emotion, that fear, and that sense. And they walk on coals and they do all kinds of ish, right? And I'm not saying go out there and be a coal walker, but I'm saying that walking on coals is possible. I'm saying the ability to break glass with energy is possible. I'm saying that to balance your whole body weight on one index finger is possible. You look at monks and you see those people who dedicate their whole life, their existence to the discipline of self-mastery. You can see the amazing things that you can achieve. And those things are not onto one type of vessel. No, it is gifted onto all of us, each in our own measure. The word says so. We all have spiritual gifts. It is built in, inside of you, baked in, and you can tap into it. But it's all about your ability to go in and accept all of your strengths, all of it. You may look like it's something to deny, something to tuck away, something to hide, but it's really a strength in you that's causing you to develop it, to accept it, to develop it, to see how does it work for you, how does it strengthen you. Everything is on to the good of you, to your benefit. It's all about your intentions and how do you use it. Let's get this. Are you ready? Yes. Thank you for the reading of your word. Thank you for giving a message onto me that I may overflow and pass on to your wheat. I pray that you magnetize the wheat that needs to receive it and bring them to this space so that they may hear it. I ask that they receive and that they overflow. They lift up all things onto you for your use and for your transmutation, and that they receive what you give back onto them for their growth and development, for their ability to transport themselves, a sense of transportation. Let them overflow with the goodness and the blessings that you give on to them, and we will meet in the middle, for unity and harmony can be present when we understand that we are whole and we are complete, that there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. I ask you to step forth and bring in, activate your intelligence, activate your breath within me. Anxiety. Look where they cracked it open to. Anxiety. Who experiences that on a regular? I know I do. I get anxious. I get anxious about the unknown. I get anxious about our problems. And look how it says anxiety is a superpower. How do we use our anxiety? How do we use that nervous energy? How do we use it, my wheat? That's exactly what the Spirit was saying to us, to you, through me. The little pixel and piece of them, that is me. Yes. Yes. Put that back up in there. And I want to make sure I get it in good, and I can't see how I'm displaying it, so hopefully you guys can see it, right? Anxiety. It's a superpower. As I pointed out earlier in the chapter, anxiety is like a check engine light on your car, and I always say that emotions are an indicator. They are a warning system to tell us what's going on, even if it's not like warning, check engine light is on, your oil light is on, you need to change your oil, you need to get an oil change, your spark plug is out, you need to brighten up your light, you need to brighten up your lumens, you need to have something come in, and you need a replacement. Because somebody or something burned out your spark plugs. Maybe you was running in the wrong way, or how you was operating your vehicle burned up a spark plug, or you just need to have them changed because they wear out, right? Think about yourself as a vehicle. This is a vessel. It's a vehicle that is transporting your light. Come on, let's get it. As I pointed out earlier in the chapter, anxiety is like a check engine light on your car. The engine light doesn't always identify the specific problem. Yeah, my ear ringing is something for me to listen to. It doesn't always identify the specific problem. Meditation. How do you identify it? Meditate. And allow the answer to be revealed onto you. Let it come to the forefront so that you can see what it is that's bothering you. And then just see it flow by and release it. Don't grab hold to it because that creates resistance, right? Let it flow and let it go. Let's get it. It simply cues you to take your car in for service. Anxiety is a series of uncomfortable physical sensations in your body without an identifiable source. Anxiety is a trail that leads you to unaddressed emotional injuries. And this is talking about a character, and it says Jo didn't know why she felt anxious in social settings, so she assumed there was something wrong with her. She was so focused on her anxiety attacks, and this is in quotes in the book, so anxiety attacks, she didn't realize there was a function to these feelings. Rather than following the trail to its source, Jo was stuck in shame and self-blame. Yes. Do you want anything else? It's two more on here. It's called Fear and Worry, and we will get in there at a later. It's a anxiety, fear, and worry. What's the difference? And that's just the chapter of it. Right? And so here we see fear, worry, anxiety, fear, and worry. And we just read anxiety. Anything else? No. So, what can we think about? In meditation, if you feel it, well, anytime you feel anxiety, you feel that sensation rising up within you, it's like, oh my God, I can feel it. Those triggers are happening and you're experiencing the symptoms of anxiety. Allow yourself to breathe for a moment. Calming down, and this is something that I'm practicing like currently, because your girl, yes, has suffered from anxiety. It is a thing that plagues thee. Even though I'm at where I'm at, doesn't mean that we're not still healing. We're still healing. We're still working on those shadow issues daily, trying to see them as they come up. I could do more daily. I could. I felt that. I felt that. I feel you. I recognize. I receive your correction. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Calling me into attention to stay focused on that when I feel it, so that I can use the breath and the tactics that I know. Breathing, meditation, taking myself back to see it and let it go and try to figure out, follow it. Why am I feeling anxious? Is it because I feel out of control and there's something that I can't do? Yes, control issues, release them, work on that too. I'm never in control anyway. I'm not. The things that come to me that I'm attracting is because it's something about how I'm resonating. What is coming from within that's causing this situation to my life, and if I can resolve the within, then I will repair my attraction, right? What I'm attracting, what I'm calling, because the dis-ease, is that right? Yeah, the dis-ease is calling. It's calling out into the infinite. And the intelligence is answering, always answering and bringing back to me what I need so that I can resolve it. So if I am to look within and see the origin of that source, why am I anxious, beloved? Is it because I had instability? Is it because I had concerns about provisions? Is it because, I've been placed in positions where I didn't feel like I could depend, and I had to take control, or otherwise it would be like an end, right? I have that fear. So when those things come up and I feel anxious, remind myself that I'm safe. I am whole, I am complete, there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. I could never go anywhere because I'm always safe. I'm held within. I'm held within creation that was made by my Alpha and Omega. I am a peace And the principal thing, wisdom, is bringing onto me something to remind me, to strengthen me, to grow me up in that thing, in that area of self, so that I can pull the pieces of me together to strengthen me, so that I can go forward again, not with just faith or confidence, but self-assuredness, you see, to be clear in understanding that everything that's happening is happening for me, not to me. And that's very hard depending on what has happened. But if you're still breathing, you can release it. You can give it all up and then receive back onto you what is good for you. How you have overcome. How you are victorious. How does it strengthen you, and how anxiety can actually be a superpower. To the next now, y'all. This is your girl Lati, just coming in with a quick little reading message, and I can't wait to really dig into this book. I feel like it's going to be really great. Yeah, loving you like I love me, because I love the Alpha and Omega that called and decreed, the infinite intelligence and the breath of life moving in tandem, that dynamic duo to make sure everything happens according to their will. We are just pixels of them. You see, again, we're just creation, but we are whole and we are complete. There's nothing broken and there are none missing. To the next now. This one's done. Ashe.